Ask Tom on Home Show.
Kevin from Brazoria, Texas has a question about stucco on the coastal areas.
Yes, he's back with more questions about this house he's remodeling. Remember that
Good.
1965 concrete block home 7 miles from the coast. He says, since the existing house is all concrete block, I decided to continue with that for closing in a porch for consistency. I really don't mind the look of painted block, but I'm considering putting something like stucco over everything for a more seamless look. What are your thoughts on stucco in that area, Tom?
It's not going to be a true stucco, but for the look, let's go with that first. I like it both. If you are going to have people lay your block, you're not going to do it yourself, or if you're going to do it yourself, remember, tell them if you're going to paint it, that you want those joints made very nice and clean and neat. Where you have the mortar joints, they have to be even, they have to be clean, they have to be neat, so you don't have any roughness. And I think painted block, it's used a lot in industrial look. It looks great, so I have no problem with that. And it paints really well too. Now, if you want a stucco type look, what you do is you get a coating that you mix up and you trowel on there. One of them by the name of Surewall, I remember we used a lot, where you can just put it right on the block, the raw block, and you can go ahead and paint it after that. Same paint process, very simple. It holds up well too. You just need to have someone that has a nice technique when it comes to troweling this stuff on, so it's nice and even and you get the texture you want. You might want to do a smooth texture. You might want to give it some different types of looks. They can make some samples for you, but it's a little bit of an artist. You have to be an artist somewhat and be experienced with it. Don't try to do it yourself. It probably will come out looking terrible. Just go ahead and paint the block if you want to do it yourself. But either way, I think looks great and holds up fine.
So painting the block is fine. And I guess you wouldn't want to consider going over that, with like a Hardy or something, right? I mean, it's of a cement block.
I would not. No.
Yeah.
I think it makes a great – if you go to South Florida, Charlie, and you're kind of familiar with Florida, I do believe, all those concrete block homes, they have that stucco coating just laid right onto the block. So that's what you're looking at on the outside is those types of processes. And you'll see a lot of blocks just painted because they're all concrete block walls down in the Florida area. And down on the coast, block works great. It's just really expensive in this part of the country. But his house being built in 65, they probably chose to, hey, maybe the guy was a block layer for all I know, and he built the house himself. It was a different world back then. Yeah. So it's a great product to build a house with.
Well, we're going in July down to visit Dad in Punta Gorda, Florida.
Oh, your dad still live down there? Yeah.
Down in Punta Gorda, Florida, and where the front doors open out.
Well, in Galveston County, they open out too.
Oh, do they? Okay, I didn't know
You have to because they'll blow in on a hurricane. For hurricane winds, they won't blow in. That's why they open out.
Yeah, it's just the weirdest thing when you go there. You get off, you fly out of Houston, you drive.
You pull it out the door?
And you knock on the door and he opens the door out. And it's just.
Yes, that's right.
All right. Our door is always open to you, though, friends. If you have a question, go ahead and click on that blue Ask Tom button and fill that form out right there and include a picture. That helps us do a good job for you. We want to do a good job. It's why we do these things, for God's sake, every day. We post them on our YouTube channel and at HomeShowRadio.com.